With Hashem's help, Hashem Nasev and Atzli, Hashem, we love you. And we should be Zeicha to bring your light to the world. So let's see this whole topic here of Makifin. This is what we were talking about this morning, the Makifin. So when a person speaks to his friend, Lahachnis Boidas, V'yir Shemaim, Ulahamed Talmidim Kanal, and he wants to stand up students. He gets this thing called the lights of Makifin. These very high supernal lights. He comes to understand things that he didn't know before. Okay? This that you understand in your consciousness. So imagine all of us right now, there's things that we get, that we understand in our consciousness. This is called the Bechin of Panimi. This is what I understand, this is what I've integrated, this is what I live with. These are they have names for this in psychology. These are the kind of standard modes of how I operate. You're giving me philosophical, like this is the modus operandi. The modus operandi of the basic way that like decisions are made, of core concepts that I've integrated and I live with, and these are called panimi. They would also be connected to midos, core principles that I live with. Because this higher idea came into me and now I've integrated it. Something which my mind is not yet developed. It hasn't settled with me yet. It's something that's beyond me. This is something that we call a makif. It's outside of me. It's beyond me. It's something that's like around, beyond me. I can't understand it. It's like beyond me. He doesn't get it. Because it's beyond me. It's something beyond. So let's just give an example. So these, the NPCs. What would be a makif for an NPC? Makif means something beyond. So what would be an example of a makif for an NPC?
Looking up. I don't know. Instead of looking down. I don't know. Everything would be like right, doing like the smallest thing. There's nothing inside at that point.
What would be a makif for him?
Is the makif synonymous with like the Rohagodas that we spoke this morning? Is that external information?
Makif is something that's beyond me. So for an NPC, almost everything is beyond him. Everything is beyond. He can't even, he so doesn't know how much is beyond. What is a panimi for an NPC? Whatever he's been programmed with, and he's living with that program. That's called a panimi. That's something that he knows. Even an NPC knows something. He knows how to get up and go to work at JP Morgan, and then pay your bills and continue on with life, and make sure to stay up to date with Breaking Bad. And I'm not just picking on it. I heard it's like the show. So that would all be a bechin of a pinim, is that I've integrated that. But for an NPC, everything would be a makif. What about an animal? What would be a makif for an animal? Maybe a human being would be a makif for him. Maybe
Like not eat other animals.
that would also be a makif. What do you mean? Like that's what you do. You're a lion. You just, you eat gazelle. You can't even understand what's a pinim for an aryeh is you eat gazelles. I've integrated that. He lives with that. It's clear. So when we were speaking about dating before, and we had spent the whole morning speaking about dating, is that the idea of when you meet somebody, there's always going to be a level that there's things that you don't know about them. That would be a makif, something beyond. And then there would be things that you do know about them. And that would be things that are panim. But even as the relationship goes on, the makif is never static. So we give a very basic example today. If somebody says, you should know, I've got a nice shidduch for you. Oh yeah? Who is it? Rachel Leah. Rachel Leah sounds nice. Rachel Leah. Okay. Well, number one, the idea of a shidduch might have been a makif, because I didn't even know that you would have suggested an idea to me. So now that idea that was beyond me, before somebody tapped you on the shoulder at the kaisel and said, I have an idea for you, Rachel Leah, so that now became a panim. I know her name, Rachel Leah. Can you tell me more about her? She is a dentist. Oh, that's even more information. That was a makif that now there's something. Now, if I say that I know that she's a dentist, does that mean I know everything about her dental career? I know something basic, but there's higher makifin that are still beyond me in this relationship that I just don't know yet. So now finally the day comes. You're going on a date, Mazel Tov with Rachel Leah. So you spend time with her. And what do you do on the date? What questions do you ask her? What's your favorite color, Rachel Leah? Now, before she answers that question,
That's what you asked me, it's awkward. It's awkward.
favorite ice cream flavor.
Favorite animal, that's important.
Favorite animal is an important one?
And she says yellow.
I guess I missed that one. I forgot to ask that one.
It's the
Most important?
I don't even know what I'd answer.
No.
I don't know if I ever asked that.
No, that's the joke. That's the joke.
No, that's bad. I'm saying there's a makif that has remained a makif for all these years of marriage. I better work on integrating that.
In the small talk world, that's the most important. That's the joke, because like when people are making small talk, that's like it's always like,
Ooh, what's your favorite
even though,
animal?
like it's so.
It's like shticky to say that?
It's not. No, it's like that's what people like when people have nothing to like talk about. That's what like that's what they.
They're like, we're just showing that we still have nothing to talk about. We have to fill up some space.
Right, exactly. What's your favorite weather? Like, what's your favorite? It's like the same thing. Like, it's like, what's your favorite animal? It's like.
So, where are we going with this? Is that we want to have an understanding that there's a makif, there's something that's beyond. Now imagine you go on 100 dates with this girl, and you end up getting married. So have you integrated everything that you know about this person? Have you integrated everything that there is to know about this person? Could you ever say that you fully know everything about this person? There will always be higher makifin. There will always be more exalted things that I'll never know. Oh, that's right. And we're going to learn when the tzaddik is going to go mala, mala, mala. There's always going to be higher makifim. If somebody tells it, dormal, dormata, that's why you should know the Chassidim, they were always a bit nervous when somebody would say, you want to come to this seminar where we prove God? As if to say, we're going to put God in like a nice little package here with a ribbon and a bow. You get a little course booklet. And now you're a believer. Like that's it, you know? We made you a mammon, you know? What, this is like some factory?
Get a stamp.
You get a little stamp, you know, a little sticker when you go to the doctor, like, I
just got vaccinated.
I got my sticker, I'm good to go. I got a little lollipop or something, I'm good to go. Is that what we're talking about? Can you say that, like, yeah, I'm a sticker man, you know? Sounds like a Simpsons episode or something. Like, really? As if to say, like, you fully... Now, of course, we understand that there is such a thing of identifying and saying, I know God. But could we ever say that we fully know God?
No.
Can we ever say that we can say that...
Then he wouldn't be God.
There's infinite amount
What kind of God can you prove to me? What kind of infinite God is that?
Nothing.
It's a your limited mind.
What kind of infinite God can you put into your little box and say, yeah, we're going to put a little ribbon on that? With your finite logical systems that you could prove to me. So you should know the Chassidim were always like, be careful with this. What's my personal opinion? I think that there's such a place of rational proofs, and who am I to speak on this? The Rishonim already said that there's a place for that. Rabbi Bechaya and the Rambam, who did believe there's a place for that. But it can't be the only place. That's right. Because there's always going to be some professor that's going to come along that seems to be a little bit more smart. And therefore, if your only interface with God is using finite systems, and that's not a great idea. You need to move into a world of experience, not against your rational logic. You have logic, you could use it. But we go beyond that. Yeah, Yosef.
What stopped it, like the Avodah Sarah Hebra, from like bringing you into some sort of experience with their Avodah Sarah?
So that's why we have something called Masorah. What's the Masorah? It's Torah Messinai. Torah Messinai is that we receive the Torah at Mount Sinai, witnessed by the entire Jewish nation, national revelation, and we have an unbroken transmission from Rebbe to student through many verticals, hundreds of thousands of verticals, all cross-referencing each other, that I heard from my father, who heard from his father, and my friend heard from his father, the same narrative. There's a very powerful confidence in Torah Messinai, not to mention seeing the caliber of tzaddikim, seeing the level of both scholarship and just human love that they have.
There are plenty of major religions that believe in the national revelation at Sinai. They just believe that then later something came that.
The only challenge to that is if you just look at the narrative of Sinai, it says there's not going to be another one. Which I think a lot of the world is just missing kind of basics of Bible studies. Just some basic axioms in Bible. And I think the world would have that. They would see that when the Torah says there will not be a replacement, God knew what he was doing the first time. I think most of the world has no idea what the Jews really represent. And they think that they do. That if they would come learn with us in yeshiva, they would come eat Rosh Yeshiva. And I would highly recommend and invite that people should come and learn. And learn doesn't mean to come and like for 2 seconds take a video and then clip it any way you want. Come for 40 days.
The World Center's open to the world.
That's right. We're officially inviting that the World Center of Esha Torah across from the Kotel is open to the world. The World Center is open to the entire world.
There's
Essentials classes every single day.
11 to 2.
11 to 2 essentials classes. And we invite anybody here who is speaking in biblical terms. And it's very beautiful that we're able to speak openly here in biblical terms. That how many people here around the world, Suki the fairy says, can women come? Yes. 100%. This is open to everyone, to the entire world. Come. The address is very easy. 1 Western Wall Plaza. Go to the Western Wall and just look up.
I'm looking for number 1.
I mean, look up, is God. But if you look up to physical structure, God is not a physical structure. God is nothing finite. God is the infinite. If you look up, you'll see a building, and it says Esha Torah. And we invite the entire world. Yes, the entire world.
Let us know.
And if you come, let us know. Please let us know if you're coming. We'd love to greet you. drop-in classes to really understand what the Jewish belief is. Because a lot of people have been contacting us about converting. And I think what the world is going through is that the world is starting to become sensitized to real Jewish thought. You know when one of the biggest times of conversion ever happened for the Jewish nation? Was by the Purim story. Has anybody here read the Purim story? I ask our friends. Har b'me'amei ha'aretz misyadim. There were many, many people during the time of the Purim story where people saw God and they said they wanted to join the Jewish nation. Now, we're not going out and nobody has to join if they don't want to. The mission of the Jewish people is to have love for everybody, for all peoples, is just to be a light in the world. If a person though feels a calling, something is awakening within them, then just come and just learn from the original sources. The Eisha Torah World Center. And we welcome people. I ask our friends here, has anybody here been to Israel before? Has anybody here been to Israel before? Our friends around the world, have you been to Israel? Have you been to the land of Israel? Have you come to Jerusalem one time in your life? So SM is saying, not yet, unfortunately. So SM, maybe you could change that. We're inviting you. Linda Hill, yes. It would be a wonderful time to come back. You can come if you want on Birthright, or you could just book a ticket and come. And here we're not talking about anything political, by the way. We're talking about come to the land of Israel. The Torah was given to Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and just come and learn. And Linda Hill wants to come back. Just come for a visit. There's nothing political here. Just come and learn Torah in the promised land. And we invite people from all ethnicities to come. Anybody wants to come, could come. Anybody who wants to come could come. Can Adam Sandler come? Of course he can. Absolutely.
Apparently he's never been here. Which I found, yeah.
I would love for Adam Sandler to come.
Apparently the Zohan wasn't even filmed here.
Drake and Adam are on their way.
Okay? Everybody's welcome to come. The Eisha Torah World Center is a place that you could come and just learn. Just come and learn. If a person does want to convert, so what do they have to do? So, they have to really want it. A person has to say, I really want this, which is also a sign of authenticity. If a person says, I want to because there's this pretty girl that I want to marry. Or, there's this guy that, what am I going to do? He's Jewish, and his mother says, so I decided to, convert for him. So this is not about anything to do with marriage. This is about a person feeling connected to Jewish destiny, and nobody has to convert. Not at all. We're just addressing the topic because it came up in our Torah that Avram Avinu, Es hanefesh asher asu becharon, the souls that he was making, he was building human beings and taking a world from paganism into a world of those that were connected to the one God. And we see that Abraham was helping those to come into a connection with the one God. So what would a person have to do if they would want to do that? So it cannot be for any other motive. No political motives, no, marital motives. There can be no other motives. Can be no motives. Sadly, there are certain places where people get these fake conversion things, not from Orthodox sources, but if you just, more or less, do a couple online things, and then just send us a check, and so we'll send you a paper. So that's not what we're talking about. This is coming from a deep inner place of a person feeling that they connect to Jewish destiny, and if they want to connect, then they're welcome. But nobody has to. So number one, it has to be coming from a place of I want to connect to the Jewish people, and the person can connect to the Jewish people even without that. What practically also would have to happen? So practically, they would go through the Rambam's 13 principles, and they would accept that the core of Jewish belief is based around these 13 principles. We did a lot of classes on them. Everyone's welcome to go look for them. The Rambam's 13 principles of core belief. They would go to the mikveh. And if it was a man, they would have a bris milah. And that would be it. That would be it. There's a deeper storyline here that it says that if a person converts, it really was a sign that his soul was at Mount Sinai. And that's why he feels something like calling him back. Something is pulling his soul back to Mount Sinai. And he feels like, and that's why the Jewish nation is not any ethnicity. The Jewish nation, there are Ethiopian Jews, there are Kenyan Jews, there are white, black, every color. That anybody who wants to join, they're totally welcome. Totally welcome. I'd be happy, if you're on this journey, happy to meet you. And if you come to Jerusalem, very happy to meet. We can meet in Esha Torah. As Yosef said, the World Center is open to the world. It's important. This is nothing political. This is if a person feels a calling in his soul to connect to the destiny of the Jewish nation, and by Jewish nation I mean the covenant that was given to Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, which is a very long time before any political state existed here in the land. This supersedes anything to do with that. This is connecting to the OG, the original essence of the covenant that God made with Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. And if a person feels a calling to that, we're happy to answer questions and help you in that journey. One of the reasons why, and many people know this, that there's like a pushing away, is that we want to see that a person is really authentic.
You don't even have to be Jewish to come to the World Center. You could just want to connect to the one true God.
Yeah, for sure. You don't have to be Jewish to come to the World Center. Anybody wants to come. We have drop-in classes. And by the way, you could come in person and you could duke it out with the rabbis. They'll be happy to, Rav Gav, I'm sure will give you a run for your money. Rabbi Berger will. There'll be no shortage of conversation in person if you want to have. So there's a real space here. So who's booking their tickets, my friends?
I have a question, Rabbi. You said that people who convert, that their soul is right at Mount Sinai. Does that mean there were non-Jewish people there?
It means all those souls that were there, through reincarnation, their souls went to different places. Soul came back in the body that it did, but it feels, I've spoken to many converts that will testify that they felt their whole life like something they weren't really, felt like not quite settled their whole life. Like something was calling them back.
So any soul could go.
Yes. Well, if you know the Arizal, so he could guide you exactly how things work and the details of that. But souls can go into different places. They can even go into different objects, animals. It gets a bit wild once you open up Shara Gilgulim, where souls go. If people are actually interested in this topic, like much more, in a mature way, you could look up the life of the Arizal.
Just open that book today.
Look at that. Just open that book today.
I finished it, but I wanted to read something again.
That book is next level. If you really want to understand the life of the Arizal, it's based on Shivchei Ari, translated to English. It is next level. Just to see also the caliber of the human being called the Arizal, what he knew, what he did, how he paved the way.
Shout out to Adam Schwartz.
Oh, shout out to Adam Yosef Schwartz. We love you, brother, and miss you. That's the one. The life of the Arizal. In the chat. So we have a few minutes here. Rahul Ahmed says, I want to be a Jew. So Khan Almis is asking to repeat the book name. So the book name, my friend, Khan, is life of the Arizal. The life of the Arizal. Can I show the chet what it looks like? Life of the Arizal. Thank you, Yosef. The life of the Arizal, just so people see what it looks like. Okay, this is the book, my friends. It looks like this. Looks like this. The life of the Arizal. Blue book like that. It is next level. You should know, you're actually really reading authentic, Kabbalistic sourced material of a human being that is one of the greatest leaders, teachers of the Jewish nation that ever existed. Oh, and a shout out to Shalom if he's watching. And, Shalom does. Thank you. And yeah, Shalom's always asking about more Arizal content. So now we're speaking about the Arizal. The Arizal lived in Tzfat. The Arizal was actually born here in the Old City. The Arizal, yes, that's why we just feel so connected to the Old City here. The Arizal was born across the street from where I lived here in the Old City for about 8 years. He was born right there. That's right.
Wow.
The Arizal was born in the Old City. The Arizal lived for a period of time in Egypt.
You just went to his mikvah.
Okay. The Arizal has a mikvah in Tzfat, which there is a testimony that says that anybody who comes into the Arizal's mikvah in their life will be able to do tshuva, come back to God. If you just go for a dip, cannonball,
I didn't know it was going. I was too cold. So,
but you cannonball,
no.
you made it?
I did, yeah.
Oh, fine.
My
Person makes it in.
No, I waited till everyone left.
Wow.
You don't have to cannibal.
You don't have to cannonball to her. I'm dramatic like that. So the Arizal's next level. The Arizal's mikvah. To go, what's the idea of a mikvah? Mikvah is birth, which is also about converting. The mikvah is going into the womb. Going back into a womb. That's why a person.
So like you're supposed to go like this, your feet up.
That's right. Cannonball.
Oh, you're really close?
No, I'm just kidding.
Not to
But
jump in, but when you're under, aren't you supposed to like?
you go into basically you're like a fetus,
Really?
and there's no clothing,
You're supposed to like.
and you're supposed to be